Hello, my friends. Welcome to Everyday English with Henry, the podcast where we learn simple, real-life English that you can use every day. I'm Henry, and I'm so happy you're here with me today. In this episode, we are going to talk about something really useful: how to speak English in real-life situations like going to a cafe, talking about your job or work, and using English when you travel. Why is this important? Because textbooks are helpful, but they don't always teach you how people speak in real life. In the real world, people speak fast. They use short words. They ask common questions. And you need to know how to answer, clearly and confidently. So today, I will help you. Learn easy and useful phrases. Understand common questions and speak with more confidence. I will also give you real conversations with simple examples. You can listen, repeat, and practice with me. This episode is for beginners and intermediate learners, so don't worry. I will speak slowly and clearly. All right, are you ready? Let's start with our first topic: speaking English at the cafe. Let's go get a coffee. All right. Let's begin with our first real-life English situation. Speaking English at the cafe. Have you ever walked into a cafe in an English-speaking country and felt nervous? Maybe you didn't know what to say. Maybe you weren't sure what the worker would ask you. Don't worry, I've got you. Let's go step by step. I'll help you speak clearly and understand what people say in a cafe. 1. What you say when you walk in. When you walk into a cafe, you might hear, "Hi, what can I get for you today?" Or, "Hi, what would you like?" Here's how you can answer. "Hi, I'd like a coffee, please. Can I get a latte, please? I'll have a cappuccino." Easy tip. "I'd like" and "can I get" are polite and friendly. You can also say what size you want. "A small coffee, please." "A large iced latte, please." And if you want it hot or iced, just say, "Hot coffee, please." "Iced tea, please." 2. Ordering food or snacks. You might want a snack, too. Here are some easy phrases. "Can I get a blueberry muffin?" "I'd like a slice of cake, please." "Do you have any sandwiches?" You can also say, "What do you recommend?" That means, "What do you think is good?" 3. Common questions you might hear. Here are some questions the worker may ask you: for here or to go. This means, will you eat here or take it with you? You can say, "For here, please." "To go, please." Another question is, "Would you like anything else?" That means, "Do you want more?" You can say, "No, that's all, thank you." "Yes, can I get a cookie too?" 4. Talking about payment. When you pay, the worker may say, "That'll be $4.75. That means you need to pay $4.75. Then they may ask, "Cash or card?" You can say, "Card, please. I'll pay with cash." After paying, they might say, "Here's your receipt. Your order will be ready soon." And you say, "Thank you." Always nice to say thank you with a smile. 5. Sample cafe conversation. Let's listen to a short, real conversation at a cafe. Then I'll explain the phrases. Worker: "Hi there. What can I get for you today?" You: "Hi. I'd like a medium cappuccino, please." Worker: "Sure. For here or to go?" You: "To go, please." Worker: "Anything to eat?" You: "Yes. Can I get a chocolate muffin?" Worker: "Of course. That'll be $6.50. You: "Here you go." You give your card or money. Worker: "Thanks. Your order will be ready in a minute." You: "Thank you." That's it. Simple, right? Let's look at some key phrases from this conversation. What can I get for you today? Very common greeting at cafes. I'd like a polite way to order. For here or to go? Where will you eat it? Anything to eat? Do you want food too? That'll be $6.50. How much to pay? Your order will be ready in a minute. Just wait a little. 6. New vocabulary review. Let's review some cafe words you learned. Latte, a type of coffee with milk. Muffin, a small cake, like a cupcake. For here, to go, eat inside or take it out. Receipt, a paper that shows what you bought, cash/card. How you pay. Here's a good way to practice. Try to repeat after me. Say it out loud. Hi, I'd like a coffee, please. To go, please. No, that's all. Thank you, great job. Practice this a few times, and you'll feel more confident at a cafe. All right, my friends, now you know how to order at a cafe in English. You know what to say, what to expect, and how to be polite. In the next part, we'll talk about something a little more serious. English for jobs and work. Let's learn how to talk about your job, answer interview questions, and speak with coworkers. Let's get started. All right, welcome back, friends. Now it's time to talk about English for work. We'll look at how to talk about your job, what to say in an interview, how to speak with your coworkers, and some easy work-related vocabulary, whether you already have a job or you're looking for one. This part will help you feel more confident at work. 1. Talking about your job. Let's start with a common question. What do you do? This means, what is your job? Here are a few ways to answer. I work in a restaurant. I'm a nurse. I work for a bank. I'm a delivery driver. You can also say, I work as a teacher. I'm self-employed. You work for yourself. If you don't have a job right now, you can say, I'm looking for work. I'm between jobs. This is a polite way to say, you're not working right now. 2. Job interview English. Let's say you're going to a job interview. What questions will they ask? And how can you answer in simple English? Here are a few common interview questions. Q1. Tell me about yourself. This means, give a short intro about you. You can say, my name is Anna. I'm from Brazil. I have experience in customer service. I enjoy working with people. Q2. Why do you want to work here? You can say, I like your company. I want to learn and grow. I think I can do this job well. Q3. What are your strengths? Strengths, chances, good skills. You can say, I'm a hard worker. I'm friendly and organized. I'm good with people. Q4. Do you have experience? You can say, yes, I worked as a cashier for 2 years. I helped customers and worked in a team. Here's a short example of an interview conversation. Interviewer, tell me about yourself. You? My name is Amir. I'm from Egypt. I worked in a hotel for 3 years. I enjoy helping people. Interviewer, why do you want to work here? You, because I like this company and I want to grow in my career. Interviewer, great. Do you have experience with customers? You, yes, I spoke with customers every day at my last job. Nice and simple. Just keep your answers short, clear, and positive. 3. Small talk with coworkers. Now let's say, you got the job, you go to work, and your coworkers speak English. What do you say? What do they ask? Let's talk about small talk. Short, friendly conversations at work. Here are common things coworkers say. Hi, how are you? Did you have a good weekend? How's your day going? Easy answers. I'm good, thanks. You? Yes, my weekend was nice. Pretty good, thanks. You can also ask, what do you like to do after work? Do you live nearby? Small talk is simple, friendly, and polite. Here's a short example of coworker small talk. Coworker. Hey, how are you today? You. I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? Coworker. Not bad. Did you do anything fun this weekend? You. Yeah, I went to the park with my family. It was nice. That's it. Just be kind and open. A little small talk goes a long way at work. 4. Useful work phrases. Here are some useful things to say at work. Can you help me with this? I'm not sure. Let me check. What time is the meeting? Can I take my break now? I finished the task. And here are things your manager might say. Let's take a 10-minute break. Please send me the report. Great job. We need to work as a team. 5. Vocabulary review. Let's review some useful work words. Coworker, a person who works with you. Manager, your boss. Break, short rest during work shift. Your work time. Example, morning shift. Task, a job you need to do. Deadline, the time something must be finished. Promotion, a better job in the same company. Try to learn and use 2 to 3 of these words this week at work or when speaking English. 6. Henry's learning tip practice talking about your job at home. Look in the mirror and say, I work as a cook. I'm a cleaner. I help customers. I like my job. Say it again and again, out loud. It helps your mouth and brain get used to speaking English. All right? Great job today. You learned how to talk about your job, answer interview questions, and speak to coworkers, all in simple, useful English. Next, we're going on a trip. Let's talk about English for travel. At the airport, in a hotel, asking for directions, and more. Let's keep going. Welcome back, friends. Now let's go on a trip. In this part, we're learning English for travel. We'll look at airport English hotel conversations, asking for directions, and using transport like trains and buses. Traveling can be fun, but it can also feel hard if you don't understand English. Don't worry. After this section, you'll know what to say and what to listen for. Let's begin. 1. At the airport. When you arrive at the airport, you might hear, Can I see your passport? Where are you flying today? Do you have any bags to check? Here's how you can answer. Here's my passport. I'm flying to New York. Yes, I have one bag. No, just carry on. Carry on. Small bag you take on the plane. At security, you might hear, Please take off your shoes. Put your bag on the belt. Just follow the instructions and say, Okay, or Sure. Sample airport. Conversation. Airport staff. Good morning. Where are you flying? You. To Toronto. Airport staff. Great. Do you have any bags to check? You. Yes. One suitcase. Airport staff. All right. Please put it on the scale. You. Okay. Here you go. Easy and polite. 2. At the hotel, next. Let's talk about hotels. When you go to check in, you might hear, Welcome. Do you have a reservation? Reservation equals you booked a room earlier. You can say, Yes, I have a reservation under Maria Lopez. I booked online. Other helpful phrases. What time is checkout? Can I have the Wi-Fi password? Can I get an extra towel, please? There is a problem with the room. Sample hotel check-in conversation. Hotel staff, hello, welcome. Do you have a reservation? You. Yes, under Ahmed Khan. Hotel staff, great. 1 room for 2 nights? You. Yes, that's right. Hotel staff, checkout is at 11 a.m. Here's your room key. You. Thank you. What's the Wi-Fi password? Hotel staff, it's written on the card. Enjoy your stay. Very useful, right? 3. Asking for directions. Sometimes you get lost in a new city. Don't worry, just ask politely. Here are some good questions. Excuse me, where is the train station? How do I get to the museum? Is this the right way to the beach? And you might hear, Go straight. Turn left. It's on the right, next to the bank. Also, it's about 10 minutes from here. Let's try a quick example. Sample directions. Conversation. You. Excuse me, how do I get to the bus station? Local person. Go straight, then turn left at the traffic light. It's across from the supermarket. You. Thank you so much. Local person. You're welcome. 4. Using public transport. You may want to use a bus, train, or metro. Here are helpful questions. Where can I buy a ticket? How much is a one-way ticket? Does this train go to the airport? What time is the next bus? And here are common words. Ticket, to ride the train or bus platform, where the train stops schedule. Times for transport transfer, when you change to another bus, or train sample train station conversation. You. Hi, where can I buy a ticket to the airport? Staff. Right over there, next to platform 3. You. Thank you. What time does the train leave? Staff. In 15 minutes. You. Great. One ticket, please. 5. Vocabulary review. Let's review some useful travel words. Passport, your ID for travel reservation, your hotel booking check-in, check-out, when you arrive, leave a hotel directions, how to get somewhere, luggage, your bags, Wi-Fi password for internet access. Try to learn and use 3 to 4 of these when you travel. Henry's travel tip. If you feel nervous, just say, "Excuse me, can you speak slowly, please?" Most people will help you. Also, write down the name of your hotel or destination. You can show it to someone if you can't say it clearly. All right, now you're ready to travel the world. You learned English for the airport, hotels, directions, and transport. You know the words, you know the phrases. You've got this. In the final part of today's episode, we'll wrap up with a few final tips and a quick review. Let's finish strong. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Let's do a quick review of what we learned today. In part 1, we practiced English at the cafe, how to order food and drinks, how to ask polite questions, and how to have simple conversations. In part 2, we talked about English at work, how to describe your job, how to answer interview questions, and how to speak with your coworkers. In part 3, we learned English for travel, what to say at the airport, hotel, how to ask for directions, and how to use public transport. No matter where you are, in a coffee shop, on the job, or traveling the world, you can use English in real life, every day. Here are my final tips for you. Practice out loud, even if you're alone. Speak slowly and clearly. Repeat phrases often. The more you hear and say them, the easier they become. Be polite. Be simple. Be confident. You don't need perfect grammar, just clear communication. And most important, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we all learn. Thanks so much for listening today. If this episode helped you, share it with a friend who's learning English too. And remember, real-life English is not about being perfect. It's about being brave, being curious, and practicing every day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.